Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another video. You guys are gonna like this one. This one is a fun one. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and it just so happened today's the day. So, if you've been watching the channel recently, or if you haven't, whatever, we've been talking about robotic affirming. We've been talking about it from a bunch of different ways. We've shared some success stories that we found. We've also been talking about, different people have been sharing their different affirmations that they've been choosing. We've been choosing basically no more than two, really. I mean, you could do three at the max, but honestly, 1 to 2 that you just refer back to that just become your natural baseline, because that's what's gonna happen. When you start to do this, you're gonna start to realize that something's happening, something's going on, you're waiting in line, you're doing something, you got your downtime, and what pops into your head? That affirmation that you made. That affirmation you made, which is now redirecting your story. Rather than reacting to this 3D BS that you don't want, looking at some sort of circumstance and playing out some old story that's not helpful, that is counterproductive to what it is that you want to attract and create in your life. Now you're going to this. You are consciously choosing to inform your narrative, to inform your RAS, what to focus in on, what it is that you are going to, your selective focus, what it is that you are observing into reality. Because as we know from quantum physics, that which we observe, we are consciously having an effect on on our reality and on what we're observing just by our lens through which we're looking at it. So if we begin to start asking the right questions, we start to inform our mind with the right statements, we're going to start looking for and picking up on evidence of that being the case, rather than evidence of the old story, guys. So I'm going to go through with the top 10, that's right, best affirmations, best robotic affirmations that you guys can use to really just start killing it at life, really just start manifesting whatever you want. These are kind of like umbrella, blanket, vague affirmations. And actually, just hold on. Had another one pop in. So these are going to be, again, blanket and vague, because these are the types of things that are just going to work. They're going to work for various different situations. Obviously, different, some of us are more focused on relationships, some of us are more focused on money, right? Whatever the focus is, whatever the primary goal that you have, these are going to just help no matter what it is. So let's start off with the first one. And some of these, you can phrase these as a statement, but you can also phrase them as a question. I've mentioned before that when you start to ask yourself the right questions, when you ask a question, the mind can't help but come up with an answer. That's part of the way that the mind works. And a lot of the time in sales, that's why people will ask like qualifying questions or buying questions that kind of, because what it's doing is it's getting the person to think about, oh yeah, why is it that I have been focused on, so let's say that in the context of wanting to, become more healthy, why is it that I've been wanting to, have more healthy food in my diet or whatever, right? It could be for anything, but the phrase, I am lucky, right? Very simple. And as are most of these, I am lucky. Well, why am I lucky? Now you're gonna start looking for proof as to why that is. All the situations that you've encountered before as to why you're lucky. You can ask yourself, why am I so lucky? What is it that has happened to me? What is it about me, about my relationship to the world that has just designed it so that I'm just running into good fortune everywhere that I go, right? I'm just running into fortuitous circumstances, and good luck is just being attracted to me, right? I'm just going around, I'm picking up money on the ground, people are saying hello to me, people are giving me free things, right? All of these things would serve as evidence, or even somebody smiling at you in public, that you are lucky. You are attracting positivity into your life, right? And so that's the first one, is about luck. We had the lucky girl syndrome was a trend, about a year ago. And a lot of people have had success just dwelling in on that statement and that question of why am I so lucky, right? So the second one, obviously a lot of us, we get, when we're going for that thing, right? The thing that we got resistance to it, we're like thinking, oh, should I do it? I don't know what's gonna happen, right? All those questions, what if it turns out even better than I could have imagined, right? And so this is an affirmation, a question that's asking you, and it's going to get you dialed into, well, yeah, what really would happen if it turns out better than I could have imagined? Let's say I'm looking at the best case, the worst case scenario. Well, let's say the worst case scenario is, yeah, maybe I embarrass myself a little bit. You know, I post on social media, for example, right? And some people don't like it, okay? But what if it turns out, you know, my previous best case scenario, maybe that, oh yeah, people like my video. People think that it's good. People think that it's positive. It receives positive feedback, right? People like it. Well, what if it turned out even better? What if it goes viral? What if people like it so much that people are sharing it all over social media, all over TikTok, and people are asking me for advice? And now, let's say that people want me to create an ebook. People want me to create some material around what it is that I posted. And now I'm making an income from posting, from simply taking that action to do what I was scared to do, to post. And now I'm actually reaping all these benefits and rewards. What if it turns out even better than that? What if I network and make all these connections? What if I run into the like-minded people that also are on the same wavelength as me, that resonate with me? I kind of find my tribe, so to speak, and now I have like a whole new social group of friends. I've attracted the best, you know, my ideal friend group into my life. I'm attracting my soulmate through this. You know, these are all examples, right, of what if it turned out even better than I could have imagined, right? So, and then again, you could phrase that as a statement like, well, it's going to turn out even better than I could have expected. It's going to turn out even better than I could have imagined. Every time I do something, it turns out even better than I could have ever anticipated or known, right? So that's another way. So the third one, I am worthy of the very best in life. I am worthy. I am enough. There's no reason I am not enough. So these types of statements help ourselves. A lot of the time, you know, I've talked about this a lot, that, you know, with interpersonal relationships and that book, The Courage to Be Disliked, we fall into the trap of comparison. It's part of the human condition. We really can't help it because we were hardwired as social creatures. So to a certain extent, we're going to engage in this a bit, but it can be very detrimental, especially in today's society where really we're not risking all that much. As long as we're doing something, as long as we're not hurting anybody, right? As long as we're just acting authentically, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Yes, some people might not like it, right? That's pretty much the worst that could happen, right? But this idea, when we compare ourselves to, let's say, a celebrity, or let's say somebody in our peer group, or somebody that we look up to, and we think, oh, well, this person has this, and this. This person's done this, and this, right? So I'm not as good as that, or I'm not worthy of this result because I haven't achieved these things, right? This type of statement cuts that type of thinking off because it's saying there's no reason that I'm not enough. Really, if I compare myself to whoever it might be, freaking Justin Bieber or you know, whoever, right? Iman Ghazi, like one of these guys that's like doing all this stuff and they've accomplished so much at such a young age. Well, yeah, but they're also just human beings. They're also just guys. They're just men, just like me, you know, for example, right? If you're a woman, you compare yourself to all these other people like Dua Lipa, or whoever it is that you're thinking about, it doesn't matter. There's no reason that you are not enough, right? There's no reason that it's not like somebody was born under a special star and all of these things are only reserved for this type of person. It's like, no, there's no reason that I can't have good things in my life. I deserve good things. I am worthy. I am deserving of the good life, of the best that life has to offer. There's no reason that I'm not deserving of the very best that life has to offer. And, you know, Vadim Zealand in Transurfing talks about how a lot of the times these stars or chosen ones simply choose themselves. And that's really at the heart of what's going on. You're choosing yourself by going about it this way, by instructing yourself. There is no reason that you can't be the main character, or you can't be the lucky one, or you can't be the chosen one, right? Any of these statements. You can't be a star, you can't be confident, you can't be popular. There's no reason that you can't be. You know, it's really just about telling yourself that new story, giving yourself the reasons, asking the right questions. Why is it that I'm becoming more and more well-liked? That reality is looking upon me with more and more favor, that I'm running into more and more favorable circumstances, right? Okay, so that goes kind of into the next one, which is like, I always get what I want. I always get what I want. Yeah, everything just comes to me easily and effortlessly. You know, these are kind of statements that just are like, yeah, that's just a foregone conclusion. You know, I always land on my 2 feet. I always come out on top, right? That I always get what I want type of mentality is this mentality that is just permeated with confidence, right? It is the mentality of somebody that is used to getting what they want. It is the mentality of somebody that is used to getting that or something better. The mentality of somebody that is used to it, right? Those are the people that, you know, they say that the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, right? What you're doing with this is you're just like, yeah, of course I always get what I want. And you can even add that as like a supplemental thing to any of these, right? Of course, yeah, it's just obviously I always get what I want. Obviously, I'm just the luckiest guy in the room. Obviously, I'm just the luckiest girl around, right? So these are all, ways that you can enhance these as well. So the next one, I saw somebody post, shout out to, I forget what his name was. He posted on a recent video, reality is rigged in my favor. I like this one. This is another kind of general sweeping statement. It's not so much as about the I, about the self-concept, as it is about your worldview, yourself in relation to the world around you. Yeah, well, the universe always just conspires in my favor, right? The reality is just rigged in my favor. Things just naturally work out for me. The universe just favors me. I guess I was just born under a lucky star. I was born to be great. Whatever that might be, these are all different ways of kind of variations on the same type of theme. But again, tapping into that idea, I guess that's going a little bit more into the self-concept area, that reality just simply is rigged in my favor. Things just always work out well. So that's another one, and a lot of these are very similar, right? You can see the similarity between that and being lucky and things always working out. But the next one being, I am always successful at everything that I do. And this is especially good if you are somebody that resonates with that word success. For me, I do personally, that's always been a word that I've always been like, yeah, I want to be successful. I want to accomplish a lot of things. I want to do a lot of things. I want to make an impact in the world. I want to just be a prolific person. I'm a creative person. And so the idea of success, that can attribute to anything. It could attribute to my health. It could attribute to my relationships, to my finances, to my career goals, to my projects that I'm working on, my personal projects, my personal life. And so my personal goals as well. So that idea of success, that's tapping into that frequency of success. So it's like, I'm always successful no matter what I'm doing. I always, put my best foot forward. I always give it my all. I'm always successful at everything that I engage in or that I try. Why am I so successful? That's the question format of this. Why is it that I'm just so successful at everything that I do? No matter what I try, why is it that I just end up always just killing it no matter what I do, right? These are, again, variations on this theme of success. Whether you're killing it, whether you were just successful at it, whether you were just winning. And that's, as you'll see, there's another one down here. Why am I always winning at life? That's in the next one. I'm winning. Why do I always win so much? So again, tapping into that idea, if that resonates with you, if you are somebody that is, let's say you're competitive, or let's say that you just purely resonate with the idea of winning, just being a winner, Charlie Sheen would always just be like, winning, right? That was his thing, right? And so that made him happy. That put him into a good, positive kind of state of mind and gave him a good feeling when he was affirming that to himself. And then, in the past, I've been out with girls or whatever, and somebody would be like, oh, you've got a winner right there. Or you guys, or even to me, they'd be like, you're winning, bro. And so that's cool, right? That's a cool little thing. It's a cool little fun kind of playful way to affirm that as well, that you're just winning at life. You're just a winner, right? So the next one, everything is always working out in my favor. Yeah, no matter what it is, the universe is conspiring in my favor. That is a quote from the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is a great book. If you haven't read that, I'd highly recommend it. It's a story. It's written as a fictional story, but it's also very much, in alignment with a lot of this kind of manifesting and spiritual topics that we discuss here, because the kid, the youthful guy in the story, he runs into this alchemist, and the alchemist tells him, how he can essentially create his reality, how the universe is working in his favor, right? And so by following your path and by doing and by walking with faith, the universe will conspire in your favor. And why is it that everything always works out for me? Why is it that everything always works out so well for me? Again, asking yourself these types of questions, you're going to start focusing in. Your RAS is going to focus in on really what is it that is working out so well for me? Because no matter what's going on in your current external reality, there are things that are working out well. If you dig around deep enough, you're going to find things. Even if you're really going through it right now, there are things, I promise, that have been going well, or at least have gone well in the past. And so by focusing on these things, by focusing on where is it that things are just working out well, again, you're shifting your attention. You're shifting what is in your awareness, what's dominating your awareness, to those things, and that's going to bring more of that to you. So we've already gone over this one. I always come out on top. That's kind of very similar to winning, being successful. The next one is I'm a master of manifesting. And we've seen a lot of people have used this. I believe like maybe it was Sammy Ingram came up with this at first, but you can also replace at manifesting with literally anything. So I am a master of communication. I'm a master of making YouTube videos. I'm a master of life. I'm a master at the game of life, right? I'm a master at scripting out ideas, at writing books. Why am I so masterful at X activity, right? That you're looking to improve. Why is my communication so masterful? Why am I so masterful at communication? Why am I so masterful at speaking with people, at engaging with people? Why am I so good at sales? Why am I so why have I mastered sales to such a high level, right? You can just think about this for anything that you're working on. Why is it that I've mastered mastered money? Why is it that I am so masterful when it comes to making money, investing money, using my money, spending my money well, right? Why am I so masterful at getting good deals? I always get good deals everywhere that I go. I'm just a master at getting the best discounts, at getting the best deals on everything anytime I go anywhere. I'm a master at traveling. I always get upgraded on my flights. I always get upgraded on my hotel rooms. I always get the best package for the best price, right? So you could just think about how you can really start to apply these for all kinds of different stuff. And that's the beauty of these. You can really replace a lot of them with, whatever suits you for the moment. But just using them, for example, I'm a master at manifesting as a blanket affirmation, or I'm a master communicator as a blanket affirmation. You're gonna get a lot of results from that, because no matter whether you're working with business, with, at the workplace, you're working on your relationships, right? Interpersonal relationships. You're going to find that if you're just dwelling, why am I such a master at communicating all the time? That's gonna, again, show up. It's going to, again, give you more and more evidence for why that is true. So that's a great one. The last one, guys, I believe this is a bonus. We might be at number 11 now, but everybody loves me, right? Everyone loves me. Everywhere I go, everyone loves me. I don't know why, no matter where I go, everyone just loves me, right? I can't help it. I just give off a good aura. I give off good vibes. I get good vibes from people everywhere that I go. People always love giving me free stuff. Anytime I go anywhere, everybody just is loving my energy, right? And I've used this. I've used most of these, but with this one in particular, this is kind of like my bread and butter when I'm going out on a trip, when I'm going anywhere where I'm interacting with new people. And every time I've had like somebody with me, either a friend or a girl or whatever, everyone just treats us so well. And a lot of times if I'm with a girl, I'll be telling her about this too. And we'll kind of both get on this together, right? We'll both kind of just get on this wavelength where we're just like, yeah, everybody loves us, blah, blah, blah. And we always see evidence of this. We always get free stuff. We always get upgraded on flights. We always get some special treatment, some, free drinks on the flight, free this, free that, comped service, upgraded this. It just happens. It just happens, guys. It's like, you start to zone in on what it is that you're focusing on in your reality, and that's what ends up getting reflected, because now you're reorienting the story to what it is that you want, what it is that you want to focus on, put your focus and awareness on, guys. So, I hope that these 10 blanket kind of robotic affirmations can help you guys get what it is that you want, manifest your, going into the summer right now, just manifest a lot of good experiences for yourself and just in life in general. You can refer back to these, tweak them. I would recommend, tweaking any of these, and I'd love to hear your variations on them below. Any ones that you guys have been working on, anyone that you guys have been having success with as well. But when you customize them, when you take parts of them, and why am I so successful at X, right? There's no reason I'm not enough for Y, right? You start to customize and mold these to exactly what it is that's going to serve you the best. I recently went over a Reddit post, success story, where there was a woman that had just very, very simple affirmations. One was for the SP, one was for her career opportunity. The SP one was simply, person's name loves me and we are together now. So simple, right? But she had a lot of success using that. The other one was, I work at X company, right? Again, super, super simple. All she did was repeat each of those things. I believe she did the SP one first, 15 minutes, 3 times a day. And within 2 weeks, this guy that she hadn't heard from 3 years ended up getting back in contact, right? The same thing with the job. She actually didn't even go through the regular job application process. They kind of reached out to her after she had done this again. I believe, again, in that case, maybe it was 2-3 weeks, whatever it was, 3 times a day, 15 minutes. And there's a lot of people that are doing this, and you're going to see movement. But don't get caught up in looking for the movement. Just get in the habit of reaffirming that new story to yourself. And I promise you're gonna see some results with it. Anyways, guys, much love as always. Drop this video with a like, hit me with a subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.